Please, Mr. Shimoka, say something to your interests or ideas to our conversation.
Maybe a little bit back in the topic. Professor Bertrand explained to me what you focus on your school and emotional system, emotion, basically. It was very interesting because when I studied with Professor Kameguchi, for example, grandfather, very grumpy, anger, always anger. So son, allowed to fear, allowed to be fear. And now change generation, son become father. Now he got dominant power. He can show anger. So he express anger. And grandchild, his position, social position is lower, weak. So what he can do is be scared. Yeah, when you explain this emotional interaction, I remember a case of Professor Kameguchi.
Yes, and in a case like that, if you just look at the emotion, you miss the power part. That's very important. But if you only look to the power, you miss the emotional part that is really important. And if you are able to match them together, then we can find a way to help them to change and not to repeat, because otherwise it can go on for generation after generation, always the same, And of course, we have to work both on the power balance and on the emotional balance. Although, I think, therapists 50 years ago probably would look just at the power balance and they could have a good effect anyway, probably. But I think if we pay attention to both, we can work better, and maybe it takes less time. It's less difficult to keep them in treatment. That's the idea, because I notice if you acknowledge the emotion of people, they are more willing to stay in therapy. If you don't, they feel a bit pushed away,
Interesting.
Something very simple, something like, oh, I can see that you're very angry, so I would like to understand what's going on that makes you so angry, What is the meaning? What is the sense of your anger? I think this is important.